Hey Woo, so I finally decided to sit down and record myself doing my makeup, and we doing it. We doing it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump in the video. This is my, honestly, I don't even know what to call it. So let's just get into the video. Alright. Alrighty, so I kind of already did my eyebrows off camera, but if y'all want to see a tutorial on that, just let me know. Comment down below. You already know what to do, and I'll give that to y'all. But first, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Primer Potion as an eyeshadow base. And then I'll be setting that with some Kat Von D translucent powder, just to make sure that all my eyeshadows are blended nicely. This also helps with all the eyeshadows blending easier into each other. And I like to use tape to make the edge of my eyeshadow smooth and clean, ready to cut a man. And then I'm be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I'm be using this shade Burnt Orange on my crease, and I'm gonna blend that out. And then I'm gonna be using the shade Real Girl. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, so don't judge me. And then I'm gonna be blending that as well in my crease, but making sure it doesn't overpower the burnt orange. I'm gonna be using the shade Cypress Umber and putting that in the outer corner and blending it slightly in towards my inner corner. And then I'm gonna be going back with that Real Girl and blending it out, making sure everything is all blended to perfection. And then I'm gonna be grabbing a Morphe yellow concealer and cutting my crease, but not completely. I'm just cutting it into a dome shape. Make sure when you do this step that the concealer is completely smoothed out. There's not clumps every here and there, or else the eyeshadow that you put on top of it will be very clumpy. It'll have cracks in it, and that's not what you're going for. And then I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, and I'm going to be using two shades. The first shade being a dark yellow color called Calavera on the outer corner of the crease that we just cut. And then on the inner corner, I'm going to be using this shade in the shade Gold Mine. And then I'm going to be using my NYX Liquid Matte Black Liner just to do a nice long wing. Because what to look without a wing, do you feel me? And the key to good eyeliner is making sure you have your hand steady. So if you need to put your elbow on something to steady your hand, I would recommend doing it. And then I'm using my NYX Liquid Sway lipstick in the shade Orange County. And I'm going to be putting that right where we cut the crease, just so it can have a little bit of pop of color. Next, I'm be priming my face with my Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm, and I'm just be rubbing that in, making sure it gets warm and tacky, and putting that all over my face, and prep for the foundation that I'm going to be putting on. Next, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in the shade 3.0, and I'm just be putting dots all over my face, as well as my neck. And then to mix in with that foundation, I'm using the MAC SPF 15 foundation in the shade 5.0, just to make it kind of darker, because my body's dark but my face is pale, so you know the struggle's real. And I'm be using a damp beauty blender just to blend all that out, and I just dab lightly. I don't dab too hard. Be using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in the shade Neutral Medium, and I'm also going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Porcelain underneath my eyes and on my forehead, down my nose, you know, just to brighten up my eyes a little bit, to get that good highlight going, you know, It's popping. And then I just blended out my chin, T-zone, typical areas underneath my eyeballs. You already know. And then I like to set underneath my eyes prior to doing the rest of my contour, just so that it can bake a little longer than the rest of the areas. Next, I'm going to put on my falsies, and honestly, there's not really much to it. I just put them on with a pair of tweezers and make sure they're in line with my lashes. Next, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in the shade 355 for my contour. And I just put that in your regular cheek areas, your forehead, and my nose. And then I like to use a different, not damp, beauty blender and just blend that out completely. Next, I set that contour with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in the shade Medium Deep. And then I finish up my baking process, and I just put powder underneath my contour on my forehead, typical T-zone, my chin, and right along the side of my nose where my contour is. And as I'm waiting for my bake to finish setting, I go ahead and cover the glue with eyeliner. And now I'm just going to dust off all the extra powder, make sure I'm patting it in as I'm swiping it away, just to make sure it gets deep in there and mattifies my foundation. And I'm going to put powder all over my neck to set that as well. Next, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Love Flush blush in the shade Love Hangover. And then I'm going to be using Kylie Lip Kit in the shade Exposed on my lips. And I like to overline my lips just because I think it's cute. That's just me. And I'm going to be using her actual liquid lipstick. And I really like the consistency of these, and they smell like cupcakes, so, I would highly recommend. Although, and then I'm going to be using that same NYX liquid suede lipstick, and I'm just be dotting it and patting it in just to kind of blend it more nicely. And then I'm using my NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel to set my eyebrows. And I like to apply mascara to my bottom lashes. And then I spray my whole face with Mario Badescu facial spray. And I'm be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora palette in the shade Eclipse. And I'm be putting that on my cheekbones. Make sure it's blinding, because that's what we doing out here. Okay, we blinding folks. And I put on my inner corner. Just to brighten it up a bit. And then put it on my brow bone to kind of highlight, accentuate my brows, And I put on my tip of my nose and down the bridge of my nose as well. And on my Cupid's bow, and as well as my chin. And lastly, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Bronzed. Hey y'all, sorry, I just realized, that same day I didn't film an outro, so it's a different day, different time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the outro now. So if you liked the video, you can go ahead and like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards, and yeah, that's about it. And if you want a video on how I did this look, I'll probably do that soon, and it'll probably be posted soon, so gonna try to get to that. So yeah, that's about it. Bye.